G2 to decide who's going to be walking away with a bit of a victory here. And starting on the CT side, it's G2 with Vitality on the T side. So let's just get this game live.
Yeah, we're going to get it underway here. Deciding map of the opening series for both these teams at the Blast Spring Finals. Pistol round underway. Kit and Smoke on Alexi. We're going to get that A hit. We're going to get that A set piece. It's going to come in quick. Smoke's already raining over the over the wall. A little peek over at the top from niko and looks towards Palace as well. It's Jax to say passive. And now GG, you can already see, they're lining up for the aggression. They're prepared for it. They're wondering where it's going to come, and it's all G2 to start. m0NESY and niko with a headshot apiece. niko missing some shots, but they're still in a strong position.
Really well disciplined out of G2 to fall back and just let them push, because there's only one smoke up. It's not going to create that much space, so you can fall back a little bit and just give them they're running right into those USPs at one point.
And it's over now. Smoke's gone. So you can see Vitality just has to pause. There's the follow-up flashbang. That's the last little piece of utility. Now from here on, you're relying on the P250s from zywoo and Magus to find you some kills.
It's not a lot to rely on, but it is zywoo, and he's got the health for it as well. Magus goes down, no bomb plant, still a minute left. It's getting more and more difficult, but still doable. Out in the open here, all that smoke, if it fades, zywoo's in a lot of trouble, but Apex executing Alexi B. Is that enough for a bomb plant here? They still haven't found it. Trying, attempting, but missing that shot down on the stairs. And now they're going to go for the bomb plant. No real coverage, so someone has swung for a peek. That could have been awkward. Can they get away? Jax just going to find Apex, and oh, what a jump up! Jax absolutely fired up, and that'll win the pistol round.
Yeah, and he had that magnificent Inferno as well. He was a huge win condition, so another good game from here on Mirage, and you might as well just write this one off. Really nicely done in the pistol. That did get a little bit sketchy. Once Alexi B went down, you could see there's a world in which some of those P250 shots connect on Hunter at the stairs in middle. Could have been brutal. But Jax plays this so well from start to finish, just patiently waiting. Triple kill at the end of the day.
That's nice. Nicely done, yeah. Team can't even believe it. But yeah, the discipline at the end, I mean, just to start with, just not challenging too much, not giving them the fight. Vitality was set up for it, right? They would love to someone to swing into the side at that moment.
And most of their defense was over towards Khan, over towards jungle as well, so Jax knew he had to be relatively passive. Staying alive was his primary goal in that round. niko gonna push up middle. Oh, this is a four-man stack basically in middle. Alexi's gonna have a quick reaction at top connector. So one window, one on the mid-ramp. niko's on catwalk, or excuse me, Hunter's on catwalk.
But there's a flash for Magus, but he's down in the underpass, so he can't really, it's not going to be easy to throw a flashbang to hit everyone from down here, right? It'd be different if he came in. Oh, it doesn't matter. They get 3 headshots almost simultaneously. Hunter trying to bring it back, and he's doing a lot of work right here in the middle, nearly dropping zywoo. He is down to 23, and that might have brought it back. But now it's on Jax, and the bomb is far away, so he might be able to catch the kill in the timing here, and he will. It's still possible for him to win the round, but man, that's a shocking victory in the middle for Vitality.
And now if you're Jaxi, it's kind of like, okay, flip a coin. Which bomb set are you going to head to? No, he's got the right call, it feels, through the murder hole. But he's going to go all the way through CT spawn towards A. Oh, no, he did make the wrong decision. Bomb being planted, it's going to go down at the B bomb site. Still, I mean, it's not really down to this decision from Jax, but man, you have 3 to 4 players in middle like that if you're G2, and you lose everything to just contact. Not even utility spent, just straight up dry fights won by Vitality across the board. That can't happen.
Yeah, that's definitely a shocking, shocking result. Yeah, once that first contact is made onto niko, everybody else peeks, but there's someone watching. Every angle has someone already pre-aiming it. Shocking stuff.
Yeah, and you could just, even the question of m0NESY, you could see him just like looking at the kill feed and being like, oh, everyone's dead.
Yeah. Unexpected. But great stuff. Vitality answering back in the second round.
That's crazy. Absolutely crazy they pulled that off. Sonic getting Apex to put the microphone closer to his mouth. In-game leader needs to have clear communication.
I feel like Apex is normally so loud, does it even make a difference?
Yeah, potentially.
But fair enough. I have actually heard this as a complaint for a lot of players, that there's always a couple of people on the team that have a, you know, they're not quite loud enough, and that is obviously important, so yeah. Got to get that in there. niko in the middle with the deagle. It's a classic. Again, we always say, just don't challenge. Don't, if you know where he is, obviously you can't avoid him forever, but don't fight him straight up if you know where he is. It's not worth it.
That's a good first kill from Jax. M4 that he saved is headed them an advantage. Oh, niko wants it. He's got another one. Deagle is so good today. It's been so clean on all 3 maps. Well, 2 maps in 3 rounds.
He's working on it. It's early days. But yeah, it has been really crisp. There's just something about the way that he handles that weapon that I feel like even if you had no HUD, you didn't know it was him, you'd still realize you could tell it apart. We're eventually catching him, but still a couple of good kills here, and now really awkward for Vitality. 2 versus 4 in the 3rd round. They got the bomb in the middle. Misuta sneaking around. zywoo hoping to catch another opening here. I mean, he's creating a lot of space for his team. Might not be enough, but certainly trying to get the job done.
Alexi's probably feeling real lonely right now, especially as that smoke's about to fade. He's just tucked in behind the boxes. That's not a bad position to be in.
They have a Molotov, so if zywoo throws this one, that's almost too much to handle, isn't it?
Yeah, but you don't want to give away the game quite yet if you're Vitality. You're trying to be as quiet as possible. Now, the real thing is if they hard clear these boxes, that would be incredible. Alexi waiting for it. They're not going to clear it. He'll be able to stop the plant, surely. Maybe even able to get a double transferring over to zywoo with low HP.
There's the actual attempt, and he doesn't quite swing for it, Alexi, calling in the teammates. Crouching on out. zywoo gets a kill on m0NESY. Oh, this is awkward. And they come back now. He's out in the open. They're going to be real worried about this one. Misuta with an instant headshot to bring him down. And it's a 1 versus 1, and Hunter, he picked up the AWP, but now he's back on that MP9. Oh, this is so worrisome. Then Molotov is lost, though, but still.
No kit. He doesn't have time to walk this, but he knows he'll give away the sound cue. Oh, no. I think the opportunity was missed. Alexi was kept honest by a potential fake plant, but now the round is pretty much done. Masuta's got that final kill. Ugh.
Yeah, that's hard to justify. Is this one of Maniac's trash round?
It might be. Oh, no. That was a 4-on-2.
I know. zywoo creating all the space in this round to break it open.
5-on-2.
Yeah, 5-on-2. That is super devastating. Very hard to justify.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was kind of a theme for me coming into this, is the map where it's like, who's going to make the least mistakes? I mean, that's a huge factor in pretty much every game, but it's certainly in this one where neither team is especially like dominant or strong on the map as well. It's like those are heartbreaking rounds, and that's an early one to take.
Yeah, I mean, they were stealing that round back. Remember, Vitality stole the 2nd round, and this is a chance for G2 to just shake that off and say, all right, whatever, we're not even going to care.
They've had Alexi and Hunter buy completely into this round. The other 3 players from G2 are keeping themselves flush with cash. So an obvious plan coming into this.
I don't know if the wall saved dupreeh there. Maybe it wasn't a headshot, but it certainly was close. He's back, looking for it. And the problem is, you know that he can get it as well, so don't want to stick around for too long in middle either. Oh, that's a spray. And Megas finding the headshot onto niko. All right, that kind of opens it up a lot more here.
Yeah, just keeping niko pinned down. No more jiggle peeks for him. Still, I mean, there was some decent ideas there. Obviously, the opening kill on Catwalk from G2. The deagle from niko not able to have impact in this round. It's going to be 3-1 in the favor of Vitality when all is said and done.
Saving the AK is going to be a little bit helpful, especially now that they purchased a couple of things. m0NESY, that's a nice long-range shot. Don't know if he could have even tried to run for the rifle if he wanted to, but...
You could maybe do it and plan for the bomb to blow it in your favor, but dupreeh stepped up immediately to make sure that gun wasn't going to be recovered, so m0NESY surely would have gone down.
Yeah. One more rifle here would be huge. All right, it's 3-1 in Vitality's favor. And surely a stressful beginning to this map for G2. And we've already seen how the stress could get to them, so not necessarily the best start for them right now.
No, not great on the CT side. We'll see if they can recover it here in this first kind of real full gun round. Good spray from Masuta finding Alexi B through the boxes.
Boom. All right. Let's see. AWP on m0NESY. Sketchy weapons and grenades on the rest. Gonna be not necessarily easy to keep them at bay. If they play this round slowly, Vitality, then G2 are gonna run out of nades long before we get to the end of the round. niko hearing maybe a couple of footsteps in there. Smoke making it kind of impossible to do anything, but Let's see if they set up a flashbang for him to peek at one point. A lot of people that could throw it right now to the middle.
Ambitious.
Please. Please, Apex.
I almost wouldn't have minded if that landed. Niko's up in ladder room. He'll have first contact.
Flash around the corner. All right, they're going to go for it. niko not been spotted yet. I don't think they even realize. They must feel like they've checked this out. Oh, Dupree, he's going to do a little bit of due diligence right there, and it's a good kill from niko. He's getting shot at the back nearly. zywoo stepping up, and he only barely survives himself. That is what an awkward fight.
Yeah, niko was almost able to double up there, which would have been absolutely incredible. Deep angle from the up, and oh, the flick down isn't fast enough. Apex just too quick. Alexi's got to get aggressive on ramp, and no chance with a FAMAS. That fight is going to go well. It's crumbled for G2. Although Hunter and Jax are bringing it right back.
Yeah, that's a quick recovery from a 2-on-4 into a 2-on-2. That's not bad at all. Gonna go for the bomb plant and no swing happening on the Hunter side. And I don't necessarily blame him for it. He waited for the flashbang. It makes a lot of sense, but he was so close to the box with the AWP that the flashbang just can't really catch him. And Jax now, 1 versus 2. How do you even get close to this round here? Oh, a little bit of a jump up. He does it again. It's such a perfect jump. He's not airborne at all on that one. He did it in the pistol round too. And now it's a 1-on-1, but no kit on Jax. So it's a long time to be waiting. And a Molotov on top. Absolutely no way to win this round. Nice move from Isuta. Checkmate in that one.
Actually, I mean, if he had had a kit, he would have just stuck that defuse with the Molotov there and it would have worked out. But unfortunately, just not the case in this round. Didn't have it. 4-1 for Vitality. Nice attempt at the recovery from Jackson Hunter, but couldn't complete it from a 2-on-4. And another round for Vitality early, up 4-1. God, what a quick shot from Apex as well. That's so tough to deal with.
1 bullet. That's amazing. Yeah, the recovery is pretty good, but yeah, you see, flashbang just can't touch him right there. That little jump that he does, Jax coming up to that box is probably worth practicing for anyone that's playing that position. Yeah,
he's done great with it. I mean, it's a very committed fight, right? They're going to win or lose on that fight. Little bit of boost up from the underpass, but Magus has already passed the point of danger. Coming around, he's not going to clear underneath, and there's a kill from niko. That's the Deagle, not the M4. Alexi V forced into the open, makes the run. 5-7 does its job. Headshot onto Dupree. Now a 4-on-3 advantage, and G2 must have this. They cannot give this one away.
Yeah, don't let him back into the game like this. Alexi eventually gets wall banged down, but the rest of G2 have shown up to the fight. And Jax is all the way in the bomb side, actually. They're doubling up on this position. That might be hard to read. Yeah, you clear out Jax, but you're not going to check for a second player there, so there is a chance here. Oh, what a spray. What a transfer from niko. It's a double. And it leaves Apex low on health. How does he check these positions here? Out in the open. He's got no way to know when Hunter will find him, and that is a massive steal from G2, and they needed it. They needed the return of just a little bit of momentum on their side.
Yeah, that was such a huge hold. I mean, Alexi, I think, only gets the 1 kill with that 5-7, but that was so important. That stopped all their progress forward. This portion could have gone really, really poorly, but this one right here from Alexi, surviving underneath dark as long as possible, even getting the kill, yeah, that's got to be frustrating. Just run and gun, and this transfer was everything.
So well done.
Remember, Apex had been spotted up in Palace earlier as well, so he wasn't even ready for that eventuality.
And look at what it does to the Vitality economy. I mean, it's been some close rounds to start this off with, so they're already back to pistols. Dupree and zywoo on a Deagle. And that's it. Not much else to fight with here. They really need this G2. They need this one and the next one. They need to start to build it back. Otherwise, they're in so much trouble in this first half.
This was a very similar setup to the one that got punished against the Rifles in, what, round number 2 as well. Pop flash in. niko's going to go investigating. Spots 3 now. Spots 4. So he's got information. 2 kills as well, and Hunter is able to hold down underpass.
Oh, bullet goes nowhere.
That one, I think he was moving.
Yeah, I think so too. AK not picked up though, so at least there's that. Don't want to be giving away anything to anyone on this Vitality side. I'm going to sneak back towards the B bomb site. We haven't seen much action over here at all.
No, not quite yet. Still early going. Apex historically on this map as a caller just loves the extremities of the map, loves contact plays up ramp and at the B bomb site, so the 2 anchors of each bomb site are going to get a lot of attention, I think.
Nope, backup here for Jax, really. So a bullet would do a lot if it was a headshot. Oh, Hunter comes in just at the right time for that one. Nicely done. A lot of focus on the G2 side. I mean, I don't know if they would normally really celebrate around like that because they were probably expected to win it, but yeah, they need to hunker down and keep winning some of these rounds. 3-4 scoreline though. And Vitality with no investment into that last round, they're going to be able to buy into this one. We know what the setup is already.
Execute at the A-bomb site. Just waiting for the timing to pull the trigger. That trigger is now. Deep angle for niko. Didn't get the fight he wanted. It wasn't as clean as he would have liked. Smokes are out. His own defensive smoke so he can jump through. Masuta wrapping around. niko has the sound cue. He's got the kill. Alexiv protects the jump across the top of stairs, and m0NESY chimes in from CT spawn.
Fantastic play from niko. Putting out that smoke and then the Molotov and then using it as basically an on-ramp into the bomb site. Very hard to check. zywoo's going to be going down. niko to end the round as well. And that was nice. Not losing anyone. Going to be building a bit of confidence there.
I'll make two quick points that kind of tie together. This feels like the niko that is just like going to refuse to let his team lose this map, like being very dynamic, being very aggressive, making sure that he's involved in all the action. However, we have seen that niko lose plenty of maps, and historically speaking.
True. In fact, this is to the point where people started to wonder if that was the deal that he made with the devil at one point.
Yeah.
I want to be one of the best players of all time, but
yep.
but you don't get to win anything. Oh, it's tough. The monkey paw. He didn't specify quite enough.
No, he didn't. Not enough details in that bargain.
4-4, and moving into the 9th round, we've got Tech9s, at least a couple of them. That always smells like a B pop.
B pop of some sort. Only problem with that is they don't have the utility to pull it off. No nades for the Vitality side. Hunter again up top with m0NESY protecting his back from window. Easy kill. There's the follow-up.
Yeah, looking good right here. Not letting go of anything, which is what we should be expecting. It's just that we've seen so many rounds from G2, both in the past and even in the series, that suddenly look questionable. So probably not worth highlighting, but it's good to see them pull through a couple of rounds here. Flawless rounds, in fact, where they just make a lot of money. So this is something that's going to set them up nicely when Vitality start to make it back in the game.
And it's exactly what we just talked about, that G2 really needed to establish early going once they got the guns back in hand, once they won their first round. It's like, okay, you've got your first gun round on the board. Now you just need to have some clean ones to be able to build up that bank and start feel a little bit more confident in where you're sitting in this game overall. Good shooting from m0NESY as well.
Smooth with the jumps. And he's already over on that catwalk position, so it can be hard to read if you're running through, you're not expecting someone to be here. Smoke to get them out on to the top of middle. And the bomb has dropped really far back, so just a bit of an information play coming out from the Vitality side. Be interested to see if they're going to try and change the pace at one point, Vitality. They don't have a lot of rounds left. Dupree gets found. That's a good kill for m0NESY to get.
Yeah, Oppa's doing work right now. This is great from m0NESY. Everything you'd want. Apex gonna try and bust out a little bit of mid-control, but with how aggressive G2 has been, oh, that's ill-advised. Ill-advised from Jax, but he survives. For how long is the question? m0NESY's here. One more for him. zywoo can't cross. He backs away, crouches into the peak, and m0NESY has that as well.
Right place, right time for m0NESY. That could have gone horribly wrong, you're right. Nearly giving it up there. Meg is trying his best, but he's fighting in a 1 versus 5, and eventually they're going to find him. Hunter with the final kill right there. So, wow, what a turnaround. G2 started to look way better at the moment. What do you think about the change of pace? They have been going pretty slow. They tried that one slightly faster A execute, but otherwise they're spending a good bit of time here at the early round.
Yeah, I think the hard part is, you know, I would expect there to be actually just a faster strike towards A or B at one point, just because we're seeing so frequently that G2's controlling middle. They've now seen it multiple times. niko's being aggressive in ladder room. Hunter's up on top of the fencing. m0NESY's in window. It looks like they might want to go right at it this time. More passive from G2, though they've switched up the defense. I think Vitality just can't get a great read on what they're looking at.
No, not at the moment. Personally, I'm a big fan of the fast catwalk rushes on this map. If things are starting to look a bit rough, I think that's always fun.
Yeah, you have liked that. You've been talking about that one for years.
Yeah, there's just, I feel like it's somehow it just always, because you can sneak at least one of them under the radar to get into the map, but they have a couple of weapons, so maybe with an AK and a scout, it's not the best move.
Yeah, perhaps not. Vegas gonna just heads up duel against m0NESY's op. He gets away with his life. Little bit of damage dealt, actually decent amount of damage dealt, down to 41 HP. Alexi gonna peek from up top, perhaps. Really making sure he's not making noise on that ladder.
Just showing himself, but gonna be able to stay alive. They don't have any Molotovs, otherwise they could do a lot to Alexi when he's down in shadow like this, but it doesn't even help them that much to know it. Oh, lined up nearly there, but Magus goes down. niko and Hunter in the middle. They're just getting completely shut down in this round. G2 are so hard back into this game.
Yeah, I don't mind this round from Vitality, though. I mean, you get an AK in Magus' hand and you just say, hey, go see if you can create us something. And obviously, it wasn't able to pull it off, and G2 was able to counter it perfectly, but, you know, the idea is there. Had his opportunities. 7-4. 6 rounds straight for G2.
Yeah, what a good look. Vitality, where's the secret plans? They need to pull something out because they're running out of time in this first half. 4 rounds is not a bad baseline, but I'd love to see them get up to at least another 2 here just to cement that first half and make sure they stay competitive into the second one.
Yeah, a bit more breathing room going into the second half would be ideal. We'll see if they can pull it off. Round 12.
So we're kind of spawning far away from the A-bomb side. I really like it when you get the close A spawn on the T side. It's so much
Go for
fun.
that, pick up the ramp.
Yeah. Some people obviously do it with the boost on top, so
yeah,
you know, there's a lot of variation there, but I just think it's always fun. Gonna be running into the middle instead, it seems. Smoke. Kinda thinking about it. Oh, nice angle. Dupree. No chance to fire back on that one.
Dupree's having a tough game so far. He's been shut down. 2-11 for him here on Mirage. Now it's zywoo's turn to step up to the plate, though. Peering over the smoke, seeing what he can find on Catwalk. This time, Vitality has taken control of middle, but they're contained until potentially just now. Good shot with the op onto niko.
Important find. Have a lot of mid space here, and m0NESY not getting the flick. At least he didn't go down this time around, but either bomb site could be opened with just one good kill here onto any of the G2 players. It's 2 on A, 2 on B, so they just need one of them, and they're going to be pretty much good to go and try and execute onto the bomb site. 50 seconds now. m0NESY, though, we're shutting down misuta, and that creates a bit of an issue. Are they even realizing that Alexi is this close up? Backup is being called for as well. They know what's coming next, and no one checking that corner. Big double. The spray continues, and he nearly had that one too. zywoo now in a 1 versus 3, and with only 35 seconds is not going to be doable. Hunter will take him down, and G2 prevail yet another round.
Great play from m0NESY there as well. He's taken a lot of risks and a lot of just educated risks. They've lost control of middle. He's not feeling pressure anywhere else. He's moving into the bomb site and grabbing new angles, but the whole time, someone could have come up A ramp. Someone could have come out palace. But just realizing his attention was needed towards connector. Nice double kill from Alexi as well, keeping some space. And yeah, you could see just the look on Vitality. Not feeling comfortable so far here on the T side of Mirage.
No, look at the kills even. I mean, 10 on zywoo, and then the drop from there is actually massive on pretty much everybody else. So they are running into a little bit of trouble. niko still powering on. Undeterred by whatever they throw at him, it seems. 15 kills in this one, and the last 2 maps were just as good.
Problem now for Vitality in these last, what, like 7 rounds that G2 have rattled off straight is if you're Vitality, you really haven't been able to gain any confident control that you could replicate anywhere on the map. You have, you know, m0NESY is playing really well at the A bomb site with the AWP. Alexi's had some decent rounds there. You have Jax and Hunter at the B bomb site. Jax especially has been able to shut down a lot of plays in the mid stances from G2, and they decide to get aggressive. Have been effective in all but 1 round. So if you're Vitality and you're Apex and you're trying to come up with a plan or some kind of solution, you just don't have one.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're right. There isn't a lot to really look back on to say, well, that really worked. Ooh, can we get a close-up off that bench? Sit down. That was so funny. Hunter just stood up. Yeah, there he is, relaxing.
Yeah.
And put to rest.
Having a nap.
Put a beer in his hand and just, it's a nice day in the sun.
Getting a tan.
Well, Tech9's are left, but this is such an impressive run for G2. You see halves like this, and that's what makes crazy people predict them to win the major, Jason. That's the kind of thing that you're like, damn,
sure.
This is it.
This is the one.
And then I just forget about all the other.
They gonna win Rio? Who's winning Rio, Anders? Give us one of your classic predictions.
Oh, there's a lot to consider there, isn't there? There's a lot to consider. Oh,
you think I'm gonna let you get away with this? I know what you're doing.
I actually think the crowd factor in Rio is gonna be so
No, stop. Don't do that. Okay. So who you got? You're gonna pick FURIA, aren't you? That's the thing you say, right? But that's the thing you do to like prime someone to really buy into FURIA with you, and I'm not falling for it.
No, you don't believe so?
No.
Oh. You say FURIA, but
don't even do that. Don't even do that.
Oh, you've no idea how much I want to. It has to be hard to see. That's the only fun part, right? It just has to. We'll see. I'm gonna think about it another round.
Sure.
Couple of missed opportunities, but there was a smoke kind of blocking half of the vision, so we'll let it go. As we're moving into the 14th round, and there is somebody back on the side of Vitality. They need at least one of the last 2 rounds, preferably both, obviously, but four is not enough.
Just to like break the cycle of like just stress. Like, you know, yeah, you can win the second half. You can come back in this map with just 4 rounds in the first half, but the fact that you've lost so many in a row just sucks. Jack's under a lot of pressure, but he's got MOUZ here, who's been fantastic. Continues it with a nice kill onto Masuta. Molotov, he's going to step in front of it. Jax adds 1 more kill onto things, but they've progressed already. That's zywoo and Magus to respond, and there's Hunter from up top. They never saw him the whole time, and they got lured into his trap.
Supreme defense coming up there. Double for him, and the bomb is committed and everything, so Apex can't really play any mind games either. He's going to have to show up and try to win this fight on his own, and niko just going to be able to get that great angle on him. So 1 more round in the bag. G2 are looking so hot right now in the first half. They're going to have to dig deep on the Vitality side. How do you bring this back?
Yeah, I don't really have a great answer for you, especially when you consider, like, Inferno is just as much of a stomping. That was a 16-8 victory as well. You've got, you know, like a map and a half now where you've just been getting utterly dominated as Vitality. You've lost that magic from Dust 2.
Just a bit, it seems. Falling flat a little bit towards the end and maybe even middle of this best of 3.
They don't have a lot of utility as well, so the call they make next is kind of got to be the finishing. Good flashbang over from the A bomb site. niko has all the information. Even though he only goes 1 for 1, he's been able to direct his team what's coming.
Yeah, they know. Some good nades being thrown down the middle just to create a little bit more space and slow down Vitality. And there's a kill from MOUZ to add to the confusion.
Look what Jax is doing with the information as well. He's pushed up in B halls. He's going to go all the way through. Magisk is the next attempt at a play. Jax might not even be needed. It's all down to Apex 1v4.
Wow, 11-4 and it's done.
It feels, what, like only zywoo is really having some great, not even that great, just 11 kills for him in the first half.
Well, he's got a chance here to do a bit more. USP in the middle. We know how accurate he could be, but the Molotov, great tool to get rid of him and make sure he can't snipe them away. They're going to put up a smoke as well and try to see if they can make a flag into the A bomb site, but they get slowed down just a bit. The bomb, someone has to go and pick it up. Alexi, if he gets caught here, no one has the bomb, and they're slowly getting whittled away. There's Alexi going down, and I don't think they can recover the bomb. They're kind of technically on the site, but not in a way that matters. So nice drawback here from Vitality, making sure they didn't lose anyone along the way and just staying out of most of the fights there until they really were able to get some of those shots off.
Yeah, range of the USP was quite nice. Good kills from Apex, double kill from him. And I think that's kind of what I mentioned when I mean, like, you need to have the individuals kind of step up and play well. You need someone who's going to be able to play like niko and be aggressive constantly. You need zywoo with the AWP to have the impact MOUZ was having with it. We just didn't see that individual impact from the Vitality players in the first half.
We really didn't.
They're going to get the pistol round at least. There's the right foot forward to start.
Yeah, and it was a good game plan for G2, right? Molotov and smoke and everything else to block it off and kind of just try and delay those USPs. So I think that was, on paper it made sense, but
it's a long route to run against USPs at range, though, isn't it? Like you're
Yeah.
going all the way down middle, and then you're going all the way up connector to the A bomb site, and obviously whittled down and took the unfortunate kill of the bomb being dropped.
just not enough time here for niko, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'm all in on this one. I mean, it would have been so cool if you had 50 seconds now instead of 17. So, got to turn around and run into Magisk. And a little bit of a sigh, potentially of relief here for Vitality. Winning the pistol, certainly going to be important.
Yeah, and this is why the bomb being dropped was so important. The first kill from Apex is that, you know, Alexi's in a good position to stop lurks. It's just when there's nothing to force the lurk like a bomb plant, then all of a sudden he has to be a little bit more aggressive than he'd like to be. So 11-5.
It's a start. Yet to do. I don't want to say it's too good of a start yet, because they need to keep winning here. This one going to be easy. Magisk, I don't even know how he got one of those kills.
Yeah,
I
didn't see the third kill.
I actually would love a replay. I actually have no idea how that happened.
I just saw it pop up on the kill feed. I was like, okay.
That's...
Okay. Quick little two-tap.
Okay.
We're just blind.
Yeah, I guess.
It was actually clear as day on the replay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel a little bit stupid now.
Well, 11-6. Still not necessarily an easy comeback, but it's starting to look way more doable. Would you say more or less likely than Imperial winning the major?
More likely.
All right.
Trying to make sure I have that question worded out in my head properly. Is that who you're going with? That's the first name you've thrown out during this whole stretch. You take an Imperial to win the major.
I have no idea how tempting it is for me to.
Take it. It's right there. Just reach out and grab it.
I so want to do it because it's going to trigger a lot of people, and that in itself is like a kind of a reward for me. And then, you know, when it turns out to be true, it's going to be even better. You know, there's a lot to think about here.
Only if you lock it in, you know.
That's true. Yeah, I have to commit, otherwise it doesn't count. niko, oh, that's an off angle from Dupree with an MP9, and niko's weapon model might have almost been blocking that position. So Jackson Hunter in a 2 versus 4 and jumping down. Jack's not wasting any time trying to go for the fight here. He's found one and realizing where the second one is. Could he catch him in the air? It's close. Apex gun barrel is showing, and Jax tries to get the angle, and he will. What a headshot to bring him down, but how is he alive? He should have been dead already.
Oh, Hunter's just arrived as well. I was just like, man, someone give Jack some help. He's doing God's work inside of the bomb site. He's going to go for more as well. He's got to cross all the way back with low HP to pick up the bomb. Oh, and Magisk just finds him from behind. It's all on Hunter. 1v2. Bomb covered by flames for the moment is going to give time. And there's Magisk ducking under the final shots. What an incredible effort from Jax, though. Props over to him.
Yeah, he put a lot of work into that round. It's, I don't know, it was seconds away from him even getting the kill on Magisk, it looked like, inside of the market there. But they get to live on. Vitality. Okay, this is exciting now.
These are important kills as well, considering it was, what, like a 2v5 at one point, 3v5 certainly. To be able to do that kind of economic damage is massive. Still a lot of money built up on multiple Vitality players, but Apex, with Suta, they're limping a little bit in terms of their wallets.
I believe at the end there you heard Magisk shouting, "Nice talking, Peter." So Dupree must have said something. I don't know if the shot... I'm wondering if that's the shot that he took, you know, and Jax at the end there. If that was just... It could have been Dupree sort of calling it out, saying he's already moved over, like, just, you know, take that angle or something. That'd be fun to go back and listen to, because even if you're dead, like, you can have a big impact on the game. Just if you see something that your teammates don't.
Well, Deagles are out. And it looks like, you know, once we get to map 3, Vitality's taking your advice. Just don't mess with the Deagles. Don't peek into them whatsoever. Don't give niko that chance to crack things open.
It's a lesson you just... If you don't learn it, it's gonna be offered up to you again and again. You know,
you gotta learn it multiple times before it really sinks in. Apex with a wild swing, not connecting with virtually anything at this point.
Yeah, not really. And he's in a little bit of a weird position. All right, smoke. And they're going to try and get the jump out. zywoo's gone down in the meantime, and I'm actually trying to get some space in the window, but he's going to be found as well. Now they're down in the middle to make their way up the connector. There's a headshot from niko to take down Magus. You've got to be so careful here. 3 versus 3 in 25 seconds. One more for niko, but they overpower him at the end. Just throwing more bodies at him, and that works. It's not exactly pretty, but it gets the job done. 15 seconds, and I think they could just avoid Hunter here. I don't think he's going to be able to pick up the bomb and run under the site with 10 seconds and plant the bomb, so should be no problem. Apex will take him down. It's an expensive round, but Vitality still win it.
Back-to-back expensive rounds. It's got to make you somewhat happy for G2. Obviously, you'd love to convert one of these, but you're starting to prime their economy to just be shattered as soon as you're able to kind of come out on top. Nice job from niko with the deagle. 3-round lead for G2.
Yeah, from 11 to 4.
Yep.
It's not bad at all. Starting to believe once again. Apex not quite there with the timing. A nice flick onto niko and shutting him down. He's got 21 kills, so finding him early in these rounds has just got to... It's going to make you smile a little bit.
Yeah, it takes so much pressure off your defense as well. Playing in this 5-on-4, you can be a little bit more passive. You can wait and see what the reaction is going to be, and it puts some pressure on the G2 players to kind of go and try and find the equalizing kill.
Come on, Apex. If that works, it's going to tilt. Well, maybe not in the moment. They might not realize, but watching the demo, they're going to be.
Yeah.
They're going to be mad. Which is worth it all on its own.
Just really in the mood to tilt people these days, aren't you?
It's at least part of what the internet was made for, I think.
Yeah.
Something about science and
yeah,
communicating information too, but
sure.
Mainly
tilting, maybe mainly trolling.
And the memes, not to forget.
Yeah, don't ever forget the memes. 4-on-5. zywoo. Oh, perfect angle to find Alexi. No one's holding him back. No one's holding him from the repeat. 3 quick kills from zywoo's up. Get yourself another. Get yourself the ace. It's the last one, and Apex is going to take it.
Nice headshots. It's very, very clean. It does look like there was no challenge on that side. Boom.
Well, now we have the same conversation about G2 that we had with Vitality in the first half. Is just, man, it's starting to look a little worrying. Haven't had a whole lot of success to lean on. They've gotten, I mean, the best thing you can say about this T side so far, is these close rounds where they've been able to whittle some players down from Vitality, get that economy on the breaking point, but still haven't been able to come out on top of any of them.
Let's go!
Yeah, and that only goes so far, right? Like, you keep your opponent in economically in a weak position, and that's good, but eventually you have to do more than that, right? You actually have to knock it out from under them, and that's not happening at the moment. So 11-9, Vitality catching fire. They're starting to really get warmed up here, and especially, and with that's the worrying part, with zywoo, who's leading the charge. 17 kills right now, and you can see what he could do right here. So they need to get that AWP out of his hands, and they need to put a little bit of pressure on him to make sure that he can't keep playing this way. Oh, they get slowed down in the middle. I thought they were going to go for that catwalk rush that I was advocating earlier.
It's Magus as well who stepped up. Remember, like, zywoo at halftime had 11 kills. Magus, I think, was down to like 6 or 7, maybe.
Yeah, it's true.
Apex has shot up there as well. So, yeah, I mean, first step is there, the individual performances, and now you can start feeling a little bit confident calling different plays and different setups.
Dupree's had a rough game, and he's right underneath the drop here, so if they can find him with a good flashbang, that might be all they need. Oh, he's missing a couple of shots, and he'll get taken down. Nice little hit so far. Misuta, though, right through the smoke as he takes down Jax. It's a pretty good way to slow this down and buy some time for the backup to get here. niko's trying to hit another headshot. Eventually, not the headshot, but he will take him down, but that one is there on Apex at range. He is just a god with this weapon, but zywoo comes in to cancel it all out. Not just niko, but the bomb as well. And Hunter is on his own, 1 versus 2. Plenty of time on the clock, so he can play around with this, but he wants to find zywoo before the backup gets there, and he's really running all over the place. Where is the fight? There it is against Magisk. Now the Tech9's out. He just needs a clean fight here. If he misses a shot, zywoo might be done. Looks for the headshot, but he hasn't found it yet. He's got way more bullets than zywoo has on the other side. Sneaking around, it's ring around the Rosie, and there it is for Hunter. An unbelievable clutch.
That's all the cousins. niko to open it up, Hunter to close it out. What a grinding out battle.
That is so wild.
There were so many weird missed timings there as they rotated around the bomb site. That is a tough one for Hunter to win, especially his transfer over to take his attention away from zywoo for just a second to get that kill in towards market is so incredible. This follow-up kill right here changed the round entirely. Boom.
What do you even do?
Well, zywoo's gone down quick again. Oh, they gotta be careful. They know what this smoke means.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, they're ready on the other side. They realize Magisk doesn't matter. He did get a little bit of vision on top of that smoke, but m0NESY absolutely aware.
m0NESY started this out with a blind kill as well. I think that was towards window.
Not bad. Not bad at all. 12-9. And now some of those earlier expensive rounds can really come back to haunt them.
Yeah, finally, look at the money. This is really the last buy that Vitality has. And to make such a cool comeback, get yourself back into this game, and then just collapse under the pressure. Just 2 rounds was all it needed. So G2, even in those losses, was doing just enough to keep themselves in position.
Can't believe they won that last round with...
That's a trash round.
That is a trash round, yeah.
That's certainly one of the trash rounds.
We're gonna have to make that a desk segment at one point for Maniac.
Trash rounds with Maniac.
Could do a little animation of him throwing players into the bin.
Yeah, it's never gone wrong.
It's never gone wrong. Oh, whoa, no.
About to be 13-9. Vitality just trying to save what weapons they can, and they're going to get away with it. G2 doesn't have the money built up to go for any kind of a hunt, especially not when Vitality has established some safety so early on in the round.
Yeah, the pressure is right back on, isn't it?
niko's deagle, man.
It's so stupid, isn't it? Oh. It's so hard to explain as well how some players just have... I mean, just some crazy knack for it.
Just have, like, the deagle DNA.
Needs to be studied.
Yeah. Figure we could probably get a government grant.
Find a university somewhere.
Oof, that flashbang maybe just a little late. I think he saw zywoo right before it popped. That was a good find as well. Again, that smoke gives up the play from Magisk. He had really one chance at that. Timeout called. Coach is getting involved.
Well, now is the time for it. We're kind of coming up to the end of at least regulation. So if you want a chance at slowing down G2 now that they picked up a little bit of momentum, maybe now's the chance for it. 4 out of 5 timeouts used by Vitality. So this is it. Gonna see how much they can get done.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. That's the last time out. This is the last time Zana can get involved in the conversation. So what adjustments that can be made have been made. Coming up the plan here, they still have danger in this round. Op 2 M4s as well. It's not the worst thing in the world for Vitality.
No, a lot could be done. I mean, we've seen some win whole rounds before, so...
Well, and that's the luxury of having the op saved over. Park zywoo at the B bomb site. 4 players stack on the other side of the map. At the moment, G2 lining up to go right into the stack.
Maybe second guessing it a little bit. Not sure what tipped them off. I don't know if it's Alexi in the middle.
Yeah, I would assume it'd have to be Alexi in the middle, like feeling no peek, no pressure, no counter utility coming out.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't take a lot, right? And as we've been kind of highlighting for a while, they've played each other a lot, these two teams, so you get a feel for how that works. They're gonna go back and take a bit of mid control. Vitality not changing their setup all that much. Gonna be a smoke towards CT spawn, I think, from that deep angle that m0NESY is lining up. So we'll see if that's gonna put some pressure on Magisk. trying to clear the way now. And instead of going straight through on the A ramp, they're now coming through connector instead. Still a lot of defense right here. It's a good opening, but that was a lot of damage. They're low on health G2. And easy for Dupree to pick up a couple of kills, which he desperately needs right now. That was his 7th kill right there. Still a 2-on-3, and with 30 seconds left, it is looking great for Vitality. m0NESY, I don't think he can save this round right here. Makes the jump across, picks up the AK, gets the headshot. Oh! And he spins around for the kill. What an amazing round.
That's it. That's the dagger. I cannot believe he just got that clutch. That looks so clean. He knew everything that was happening. That swap to the AK is so quick. I think you even saw Zonic take his headset off. Apex looking shocked and confused. Absolutely brutal way for m0NESY to just shut down Vitality.
What an absolute superstar. It's very, very hard to do.
Let's go, boys.
Oh, man. Yeah, the dagger in the back of Vitality.
That's it. I think that was even so hype and so exciting. Even just G2's like, yeah, we got to take one now. Everyone on our side needs to calm down too. I love the way Alexi looks just as surprised and just as amazed as everyone else in the world seeing m0NESY bust out these clutches. Just calming the boys down. No real conversation happening. G2 just 2 rounds away from taking this series.
Deep breath. Wow. For niko, it's got to be a wild feeling as well, because, you know, a lot of the time, otherwise, it's him that has to lift almost all of it. So the idea that he's got sort of a secondary player in there that can pull out rounds like that, what a luxury. 24th round, and they're setting up for a very fast attack onto the bomb site here. It's being called in from Vitality, they know, but it's another opening. Jax to take down Apex, and Megiski can't do much here. Even with the advantage of the M4, it's probably not worth it. Flashes go through, bomb is down really quickly, and they have another Molotov in play still on m0NESY, so might be tricky here for Vitality. If they lose this, they're all out of money, and they're going to lose the map no matter what in the series, so yep, they're backing up already. Wow.
That's a great knockout punch out of the timeout, though. That's a great call from Alexi. And we mentioned that as well. Some tough maps he's had in this series as well. Dust 2 is particularly poor. Inferno was a rough time as well, but you can make up for all of it as the in-game leader with great calls, and this one is huge. Just get yourself a freebie. 1 kill, Vitality can't fight for it. And it's a change of pace that Vitality hasn't even seen in this half.
Yeah. And they almost set up for it in the previous round, and something tipped them off. They're like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And then they go back to it here. 15 rounds on the side of G2.
6 chances to close it out.
And that's what they were just saying on the Vitality side. 6 rounds, we can do it. And they probably can.
They can. It's in the realm of possibility. They got to recover from that clutch still, though. They're probably still reeling from that. These past 2 rounds, that clutch into just a straight-up contact today, just a rush that they just lose.
Yeah.
And I think G2 is showing that same look again. Utility being spent early at the A bomb site. They want to exploit middle, though. It just pulled Apex away, so no one there to Dupree. Dupree's 1 for 1, and m0NESY adds another kill on the board.
There was no flashbang there for Apex, was there? I think he just went for it. That's a wide swing into the middle.
That's frustration is what that is.
Yeah, it feels like it, doesn't it? 3 versus 4, and Hunter being very careful to check that no one is snuck out of the B bomb site like this. Look at how stretched out they are, Vitality, on that defense.
Oh, they have no idea what's coming. There was pressure at the A bomb site showing like it was going to be some fast play. There was the swing in middle from 2 to 3 players, and now it's just quiet. Now it's just chilling on the map. And so many seconds that G2 can play with, over a minute when all that went down. You can't even really make an information play as Vitality. They are at the complete mercy of G2's decisions.
zywoo could buy a bit of time with that Molotov that he's holding in connector, and that could maybe get misuta closer to the fight, but they still need to make sure that there's not an entry frag on Megas, because if there is, I don't think even that time bought is going to make a big difference here, so 35 seconds.
Megas, his idea has to be just, you can't get entry. You can't get killed as they enter, and you have to wait there. You have to allow zywoo to be activated.
What?
Oh my dear God.
That is absolutely illegal. 2 versus 4. He didn't even stop running. He just got the kill anyway. Hunter has lost his damn mind. And now misuta, 1 versus 4. Nothing left to do. What a disgusting shutdown. What a way to win this series. misuta There's nothing left here. He's already locked in. He's going to be walking into that AWP. What a victory for G2.
And what a series of events at the end to close out that map. The clutch from Hunter, niko with the 3 Deagle kills, Hunter close.